Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to go through the main news item of the day yesterday with Trudeau Resigns. That's good news for Canada, and whether it's going to cause any problems, I'm going to maybe touch on what I can see that there could be. So he's prorogued the government until March 24th, and what that has done is actually put a little bit of pressure on the Liberal caucus to be able to find a leader by that time as well. But basically, nothing's going to happen in the government as far as parliamentary sittings, and that's the biggest problem. There is, are they going to react to some of the things that Trump's going to do in the first few days of office? So that's the biggest issue I can see there for sure. The Canadian dollar has actually got a little bit of green because of some of that news. So hopefully this can get back into this kind of trading range. Not to say that it will, but it feels like there's some optimism that there's going to be a change. Now, will it be long lasting? If there's a tariffs come on and all that kind of stuff, we could actually be in severe kind of hurt there with the government or with the economy as well. Here, I'm just looking at the some of the veg oils, basically from May until now, and you can see that there's very little changes between the canola and the veg oil in this case, but you've got European palm oil actually kind of pretty good values up there, and this other one is actually your rapeseed as well. So when we look at it, from January to now, so basically a whole year, you've got 20% increase in European palm oil, 18% in rapeseed, and you have a 3% decrease in your canola, but almost a 17% decrease in the soybean oil from year on year out. I thought this was a little bit interesting. I thought RINs actually maybe held a lot more stable value, and it doesn't appear that way. So the RINs are the prices below, and how the retail gas in the West Texas actually kind of trade almost identical as far as the move. Here's just a quick look at what the by the months, what the RIN value is, and so 2024 it was closer to 70 cents, and everybody's talking about that dollar, but you can see that there was some greater values, 21 to 23, but more normalized is down there as well. So yeah, it's just another, what is it? So what is a RIN? Is determined by the market factors of other commodities, as I was showing there. But the other one that I just within the Google search here, what is the historical highs, right? And it's actually what's the cost that it actually puts into the refining, and it's $3 to $4 per barrel, and depending on the size of the refiner, it could actually be pretty significant. So there's a lot of talk in the most recent is about the weather in South America, and you can see that there's some percent of normal rainfall. It's a bit of a target rate in here. So this is Brazil and Argentina here, and you can see that there's a bit of a dry spot there. Now, if that continues in that area, here's your precipitation anomalies for the next week, and it looks like it's going to be dry, but it also shows that it could be a little bit warm over in this area of Argentina as well. So when I took the snapshot of these pictures, or the canola was actually down $3. European rapeseed almost flat, and the soybean oil was flat, and palm oil was slightly up. Crude oil was up again. Soybeans down 7.5 cents, 7.75 cents. The wheats are basically just unchanged, and the Canadian dollar just slightly up as well. So here we are looking at the March canola, and we've got a nice little leg here, but we're coming up against some moving averages that are going to maybe kind of hold us here. We need to get above this value to be able to say that, to exit into this area, right? So we did touch the 630, but with the exports and the crush numbers that we're seeing, it's expected we're going to tighten up that supply even faster. Kyle was saying that there was a fair bit of bids happening in a lot of the grain companies out in the West, and they're buying canola for export by the sounds of it. So what I had, the previous slide was actually priced in CAD. So this one is canola priced in US dollars, and the charts look a lot the same, but then what I did here is actually just how are they tracked, one versus the other. So here you've got your US US dollars is, from October is down 6%, but in Canadian or in Canadian dollars we're only down 2%. And then just pushing it all the way to the beginning of the crop year, canola is only down we're just shy of 5%, and priced in US dollars is down by almost 9%. So just knowing that there's potentially 5% difference in our canola price because we had a weak Canadian dollar. And here we are in rapeseed, so you can look like we're actually probably creating a bit of a wedge in here. We're still trading this wedge, so the hope would be to break out in the wedge going up there, of course, and hope does not make the market move, but that is the hope that I would like to see, is the European rapeseed still hold some strength and pull canola along with it. The difference from yesterday to today is close to $6 differential from where it was the snapshot that we took yesterday. So European rapeseed is $145 higher than Canadian canola priced in Canadian dollars. Soybean oil basically just trading sideways, doing nothing. You've got your 10-day, it's trading right at it. 20-day, it's not even getting to it. So the longer it does that, the 20-day will start to merge into there. Nice little leg here, and I think Kyle talked about it, but we're trading rate at the 61.8 retracement value going back to June. So some strength coming back into the crude oil. So that could help the veg oils a little bit as well. So here's your soybeans. We had our lows, but basically trading in this choppy range here as well, going sideways. Canadian dollar, talked about it already. So here we are with the red spring wheat. Had a pretty bad day on Friday. Recovered all of that, and yesterday, and still a little wee bit green on the screen here. Chicago broke through the full retracement that it made only a few weeks or a week, 2 weeks ago, and recovered not all of what we had lost on Friday. And you can see here the Kansas wheat did not trade as low as it had in the most recent past, but we'll see if we can actually break through above that trend line of sorts here. Corn just keeps on trading in this channel going up here, so if corn's going to do that, it could maybe pull along wheat as well. Live cattle, I don't talk about it because I don't know as much as I would like, but you can see that it's making some new highs from March, which is good to see. And then if we look at it even in a longer view, so basically all the way back into May of 20, you've got a pretty good increase here. And just to remind you, on January 10th, Friday, we've got a USDA, which we'll get a lot of numbers out of there. I'll find some estimates and talk about that tomorrow.